If you want. Hello? Okay. Hey, TikTok. Hey, Sophie. How are you? I'm all right. I'm going to put some scales on the leopard gecko. Okay. Is this what I do for the scales? I'm using acrylic medium and Mod Podge. For a living, I wish. Do you... Oh, thanks for the rose. Do I know what essay is? No. Sounds. Just let the air bubbles go out. A cat is really cool. Thanks. Just keeps coming out. Okay, stop. Yeah, I have a website, creaturesandthat.com. It's available as well as lots of other things. How long have I been doing it for? Almost 14 years now. A long time. Nice. All right. Have I done guinea pigs? I actually haven't. Nobody's ordered a guinea pig before. I've done hamsters, but no guinea pigs. All right, I'm going to start off by doing just around the head first. Thanks for all the likes. The hamster's sold, but you can look on my website. I have all my dolls on there to see. This just keeps coming out. Yeah, I've done rats and ferrets and all sorts of things before. I'm going to start off by doing it around the neck first. Yeah, I've done a few dogs before. Yeah. Last dog that I did was a pug. All right, so I'm going to do a line from here. I've done a lot of huskies, a lot of what else have I done? Irish Wolfhound. No, I haven't done a golden retriever actually. Nobody's ordered one before. But Chihuahua, done a Chihuahua. Trying to think. All right, so it's a little vein. Sorry, I missed your comment. Do I do little statues of pets? Yeah, like a proper sculpture? Yeah, sure. Done a few sculptures before. All right, I'm going to do little tiny dots. I'm going to start with doing along the seam line. And then they'll get bigger. Oh, thank you for the rose. And all the likes and stuff. All right, so we're starting off by doing the small ones first. Under the chin, neck, whatever you want to call it. Do a couple here to blend it in. Does it hurt the lizard? Not sure. Maybe. Needs the scales. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't take me like 10 hours to do. Like the chameleon. But we need realism. I won't be able to do it all in one hit anyway, so I'll have to do the bottom half before I can do the top half. Just let the bottom half dry before doing the rest of it. I have done a snake. Oh, thanks for the roses. Yeah, I did a snake at the start of the year, but I'm planning on doing a rattlesnake for my next reptile. So the rattlesnake will have like proper functioning rattle. But yeah, it's going to be a big project, that one. Yeah. Because the rattlesnake has like peculiar scales. So this method that I'm doing for the leopard gecko won't work. For the snake. I have a crab. I haven't done a crab before. How long does it take to make a snake? Not the python didn't take that long, but I did a different method with that one. This one, I reckon it will be on the higher end. So probably between 30-35 hours. Just the scale works a lot of work. So I'm going to be doing the scales individually with EVA foam. So I cut it out on the Cricut, like little ovals, each scale individually, and then I'll have to texture them individually, of course. Yeah, it is. The chameleon that I did not long ago, that took me about 35 hours. It's a very complex doll, that one. But that's why I'm doing this, more reptiles, to speed up the process. So I learned a lot doing a chameleon. The skin for the chameleon took about 10 hours to do. So, but there we go. We're getting there. What technique am I using for the scales? Thanks for the rose again. So basically I've mixed up a mixture of Mod Podge. Hey Kodak, how are you, Kodiak? And acrylic medium. Scale day. So basically the acrylic medium gives it some volume and the Mod Podge makes it a bit more flexible. So a bit of testing went into the mix. To get like the right consistency. So yeah, getting there. So I'll have to do one side and then the other side. Wait for it to dry. Then do the other side. Did it stop coming out by itself? Scale day. Thank you for the follow. That's so true. So the little line is going to be like a little vein. I'm trying to keep these ones quite small. And then when I do the underbelly, they'll sort of get a little bigger. And it will look much better when I put the colour on. It'll start looking cool. Do I work from? Yeah, I work from home in my little study. Not a very big space, but it's better than nothing. This is Adidas, actually. It's nice, yeah. Yeah, it's Adidas Ivy Park, which is the biggest rip-off on the planet. But I really liked it. Thanks for all the likes, by the way. It's okay. All right. Looking good. So yeah, I basically work in like little sections and do as much as I can. I think it's already starting to tack off too. So you got to be careful not to get too close, because then they start blending into each other. So that's why doing scale work for like a snake or something doesn't really work. Catch you later. Oh, thanks for the roses. Oh, this is impressive. Thank you. Why is it frozen? I don't know. Preserved it. No, it's fake taxidermy. So doing some scale work on the leopard gecko. It keeps coming out of my thing too fast. The ones on the head are a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put some of these bigger ones up here. If you just leave it, it will sort of settle down and peak on itself. So these ones are a little bit more spread out. Oh, thank you. For a second you thought you were getting a mad glare. It's my poopy cat. Yeah, I'm pretty chilled out over here. None of this weird yelly live streams. Okay. These ones are going to be bigger. I'm not going to do too much on the side here either, because I need to rest it to dry. So I'm just going to start by doing down the seam line, and that's a good way to hide the seam line. Cover it in scales. Okay, so we start off small still around here. Hey, you like the cat? Thanks, Arthur. Arthur Morgan. It's a good game. Definitely one of my faves. Definitely do. Yep. Not gonna lie, I shed a tear. What's that in the back? So I've got a lot. I've got a medieval cat. This is an elephant commission. There's, if you know the game Okami, Shiranui, I'm making that, and that's a crystal stag. And I've got a whole lot of other things in the background. There's like, I have heaps of things going on. Cool. Yeah. Well, it's the weird part of the internet. You found someone who makes weird cats and stuff. And fake animals. Thank you. So I'm doing a leopard gecko at the moment. I'm just working on all the scale work for it, which can be time consuming. I like cats too. I keep making them. Hey Carissa, already looking fabulous. Does your hand ever cramp doing the scales? Not too much. The cool side of the internet. The sewing probably is worse. It's very hard on the fingies and time consuming. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So they start to sort of get bigger here, judging by the pictures. All right. Do slightly bigger ones. And I can do, we'll just follow this, cover the seam line a little bit. You know, it looks real. Thank you. That's the plan. Thanks for the follow. Okay. So I'm going to be careful not to put the scales too close together because they end up sort of joining and then you lose like the dome detail. If that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to try and start doing bigger ones. Yeah, I know. Hey, Clippity Clop. Even with a thimble, I hate thimbles. I find using like those material band-aids, if you just cut a bit that fits your fingers, it works good. You thought it was real? Nah, all fake. All right, now it's coming out too fast. I can't even get there on that fast. Okay. Well, that's a good way to get your butt into gear, I guess. Thank you for the follow. Sorry if I missed some comments. This thing's coming out like as fast as I can. Well, it's sort of slowing down a little bit. So it's a good technique. When you put the syringe down, you sort of flick it up a little bit. And then, oh, there's a good little section. You got a pipe. Yeah, it's the material band-aids work. You like the gecko toes? I know. I sculpted them out of cos clay. Yeah, it's going to be like this soft yellow color with the spots on it. That's the sort of, there's so many different colorways. Oh, I thought that one, I like that one the best, I guess. All right. So looks amazing so far. Thank you. If they get close together, you can just pick it off a little bit. You can't believe I made it. Thanks. Thanks so much. Oh, that one was no good. Okay. Clean the end off it. Okay. Hey, Reagan Art. How are you? All right, this one's sort of stuck together. Okay. I'm all right. just getting along with the scales and the leopard gecko. Okay, and a little bit difficult to hold. So the scales on the other side are really big. So I'll probably do big ones once these ones are dry. You thought it was a real cat and you watch a whole murder drone series? What's that? I don't watch much TV, frankly. Out of touch these days. Getting there. All right, a little bit more here. Don't know how much further I can go on this side. It's a show on YouTube. Oh, okay. I am making the scales. Doing as much as I can. This thing, the syringe, or the animal, or thingy. Thingy. This syringe, it's like a, I don't know, I found it. It's a syringe though, but with like this little tip. Could probably find it at chemist or something. Works really well for scales. Getting there. Right, do a little bit in here. Thank you. Nice. How many days or hours does it take you? Between 20 and 30, depending on what I'm doing. For a while. It's not a quick process. Okay. Do thanks a lot. Like, have I made an owl? Actually, no. I've sculpted one, but not into a doll. I should add it to the list. I'd like to make a barn owl. Can I see it? Which I don't have it on me anymore. I don't have a whole lot on me anymore. What's my favorite animal? It's a tiger. But I do have photos on my website of all my past works, if you're interested. Checking that out. The sculpture, no, I didn't. I made it a long time ago, but I think the last 10, 11 years or something, I have videos of all my dolls, but that one I made earlier than that. And I should make a barn owl. You thought it was a real cat. Meow. Okay. Okay. Give this a clean. They're your favourite cats? How can you not? They're the best. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for sharing. How much time do you think to finish this one? Maybe like another 5 hours, I think, provided it all goes well. I have to wait for this layer to dry before I can do the other side though. It's a bit annoying, but whatever. Thank you. This sort of scale work only works for certain reptiles. The ones with dot scales. Have I ever made a duck? I haven't actually. I'd like to pick a cool duck. What's a cool duck? Maybe like a mandarin duck. They're cool. Looks good so far. You've got a pet duck. I always wanted a pet duck. Like a runner duck. They're cool. What type of duck do you have? Just clean this up. It's always a good idea to keep clean. Hey Mikey, how you going? I'm good. Scale work time. You like the cat thing? So do I. A Pekin duck. Cute. What colour is it? Are they the white ones? What should you draw? A leopard gecko. Because why not? Come over to the dark side. For 2.5 seconds? That's all? Well, at least you jerried. Some people don't. It's good. Yeah, white. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were white. Yeah. Tail ones look quite big. Tail scales. Thanks for the follow. Let's fix this up a little bit. Looking good. So I've basically got the tail to go at the moment. Be careful where I put my fingers. And the legs. Okay. See you later. All right. Let's do. A little leopard gecko. Getting hard to hold it. It looks amazing, thank you. Don't think I have too long to go with this one. At least try and get this done. Clean. Oh, lots of people in here. Hello. Hello. welcome. I make art dolls. Fake taxidermy pieces. And I'm doing the scale work on a leopard gecko. See? It's getting a little tricky to hold now though. So it starts to sort of get big and clumpy up here. And I'm doing the scales with a combination of Mod Podge and acrylic medium. So the Mod Podge makes it a bit more flexible because the acrylic medium tends to crack if it's not flexible. But then the acrylic medium gives it a little bit of volume, so it keeps maintaining its like little dome shape. I don't like that scale. Let's get it off. Too big. So if you make a mistake, you can peel it off basically. So here's our, if I can hold it without putting my fingers in there, there's our leopard gecko so far. There's the scale work. No, I do not want to co-host. Go away. Go away. All right. Yeah, so if you're new here, I'm a weirdo that makes fake animals. And we're making a leopard gecko at the moment. So I do have a shop, creaturesinnet.com, where I sell all my pieces too, if you are interested. So this is a technique that I came up with a few months back for reptiles that have like round scales. It works quite well. Feels really good. So it's really good for covering seam lines as well. So you can sort of cover them, hide them a little bit. Exactly. What am I doing? I'm doing some scale work on a leopard gecko. I can hold it. There we go. So I basically sculpted the head, glass eyes, and adding all the detailing work like these scales. So exactly. Like I made a couple of pieces for the Calgary Zoo for their educational programs. So they basically take them out so people can like handle a fake piece, if that makes sense. Now teach people about the animals, you know. You drew the silly boy. How long does it take to dry? I usually leave it for 24 hours, but even still, I find sometimes it can still be a little tacky. Oh, thanks for the rose. Like you can, like it's dry on the top, but you can tell it's like a little bit still wet in the middle. So a good 48 hours, and it definitely should be by then. Especially if you're doing these thicker dots, but you know, the top ones have kind of tacked off already, so I doubt they're going to smudge. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the gifts. Much appreciated. But yeah, you know, this should be right for tomorrow to do like the next batch of scales on the other side. Like I doubt they'll smudge at all by tomorrow. But you could even, you know, paint them tomorrow as well. So with the chameleon and the Gila monster, they will dry by the next day. Can we see the cat? Sure. Looks real good. Thank you. So this is my pooping cat. He's based off a Silver Point British Shorthair. I mean a silver tabby. But yeah, fully posable as well. So we're going to be in a pooping position. But yeah. So yeah, all my dolls are fully posable. Yeah, they're fully posable. So I use a ball and socket armature. This is a flying fox that I've currently got ready to put together. So this, yeah, it has an armature like this inside. Comes in 3 different sizes. So just depending on what I'm making. I'm also working on a Japanese dragon. I've still got sculpting to do on this, but we're here at the moment. So I've got to do like the ears, the horns, some more detailing work. But yeah, that's the Japanese dragon so far. Do you miss monkeys? Miss monkeys? Do I do monkeys? I have, yeah. Depending on how big an animal it is, would it be harder to sculpt? Not really. The size isn't really the problem. It's like the detail, if that makes sense. What do? I make art dolls or fake taxidermy pieces. So I'm doing a leopard gecko at the moment. I just need to do some cleanup work on it. Do you do monkeys? Yeah, I've done a few monkeys. A few primates, a few monkeys, a few apes. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I do heaps. I do pretty much anything. So yeah, that's a little bit about. Thanks for the follow. So yeah, I've done a proboscis monkey. I had to do that one. I think the next monkey that I'm going to do is a mandrill. I want to do the face, you know. It's got a cool face, so I think that's my chosen primate for the next one. A snow macaque would be cool. What else? I don't know. Give it a big member? That's you again, isn't it? The mandrill? I don't know. I'd totally get censored for that. I can't do that. No, I haven't done an eel, actually. Eels would be a tricky one to do with the skin. Like what fabric I should use. The next lot's going to be a Halloween batch. You should do... Your work is actually... Sorry. Your work is actually... Oh, cool. The horse and cat. It is a leopard gecko. Don't know how well I can show you, but yeah, I'm working on the scale work at the moment. But it is, yeah. Yeah. Trying to get it done, at least. Come on, Nate. PG here. I mean, you can make that stuff if you like. If that's what you're into. Me, not so much. Well, you'd be my number one client. Yeah, leopard gecko. I'm going to go for like the pale yellow with the spots. There's so many cool patterns that you can choose from, and I think that's cool. It is. We're getting there. It is going to be, at least. Yeah. Made a few reptiles, so. What colour is your pet? Is your one? I guess I'm glad it's recognisable as a leopard gecko. That's what we want. She's like a light yellow and pink. Yeah, I'm going for a light yellow with this one, like a really light yellow and the spots over it. So once I've finished doing all the scales and it's dry, I'll hit it with the airbrush with like a really misty sort of yellow. And then I think I'll hand paint the black dots. I think that's the best bet. I'm glad it looks like a leopard gecko. A lot of people said frog, and I was like, no, it's a gecko. It's a gecko, man. Thank you. I'm sure it'll come out. I've made a lot of things before, so I'm confident. I'm confident. Thank you. Oh, hey, mate. Oh, thanks. A lot of people, I think, don't know what they are. True. True. We don't have them here, so I don't think I've ever actually really seen one in real life either. So I'm just going by pictures. Hope and a prayer. Is that a real cat? What do you think? Does it pass as a real cat? What do you think? It's got a really tiny head for a cat, right? Meow. No, this is the first gecko that I've made. No, it's all polymer clay. Polymer clay and fake fur. There it is. This one's based on a British short hair silver tabby. So it's got a little poopy face. So yeah, I don't use any animal products. All fake. I have done a kangaroo. I've done a few of them actually. Yeah. Done an albino one as well. Red, grey. Like fantasy ones I've done as well. Gorgeous. How long does a piece take? Between 20 and 30 hours, depending on complexity. But generally like 25 when it's something basic like this one. So this one doesn't have like a lot of detailing and the sculpted detailing and stuff. So things like this take longer, obviously, because you get to do the scales individually. If I'm sculpting something complex like this Japanese dragon I'm working on, obviously it takes a lot longer as well. So all the mouth work, Sometimes I do movable jaws, so again, takes longer. And yeah, thanks for the follow, guys. Welcome everybody that's new here. Get out. No demiguises anymore. That's it. Demiguise is done. I hope. No more. Yes, completely self-taught. Yep. Oops. Yep. What's my favourite reptile? Whoa. I don't know. That's a hard one. Komodo dragon's pretty cool. I like geckos. I don't know. That's hard. I used to like turtles a lot. That's what I was going to do. A snapping turtle with a movable jaw. Why did I forget about that? Well, that you fully thought it was a living cat. No, not real. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're getting there. There's only certain reptiles have these circular scales that this technique works for. So I'm trying a different technique because I'm going to be making a rattlesnake as my next reptile. And I'm trying a different technique with EVA foam. Don't tell people it's a real cat. People get so offended. Oh, jeez. Why? So you can buy it? Make one yourself. It's a bit creepy. Tell you what, you give me 10 grand and I will. Of everything. Okay, you put a down payment of 10 grand and I'll make one for you. How about that? Your favourite is crocodiles. They are pretty cool. Living dinosaurs. Well, good trade. If they sell, you can't just be making that. You go on someone's watch list. 100%. You've done a rattlesnake. Nice one. That's why you have a cactus field. Why would you go onto a watch list? Well, why would you go onto a watch list? Any reason these days, actually. For any reason whatsoever. You know? Just saying. You gotta go. Catch you later, Clippity Clop. Yeah. On the watch list. You sneeze and you put on a watch list these days. I have made a gorilla, actually. I made a silverback. So you can see it on my website. There's pictures of all my things on there. creaturesofnat.com. Yeah, I did a silverback a number of years ago now. But yeah, it's got a really nice sort of soft face. Say you don't, yeah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, I reckon if you did a fart and bragged about it, you'd be put on a watch list. I am doing a leopard gecko. You know. Anyway. Just being silly. But it's true. What is it I'm dabbing on? So I am doing a mixture of Mod Podge and acrylic medium. And I mixed it up. So the acrylic medium gives it like a bit of volume because the Mod Podge tends to dry flat. And we want some scale volume on it, so mixing that in. But if you just use this, it's a little bit too thick for one, and I also found it cracks, especially when you're posing things. So by adding the Mod Podge, you make it a little bit more flexible because it's like a PVA. So it gives it a bit of flexibility. So yeah, I did a few experiments to test it out and come up with a decent mixture. It's a shame because I gotta jump off soon. Oh, lots of people in here today. Oh. But yeah, I think we did a good amount. All right. All right, I'm going to leave this to dry. Do a little bit more here. Looks good, thank you. I've got a lot that I'm making next. I've got about $7 on the go at the moment. So I've got the leopard gecko, I've got a baby Asian elephant, that's a commission piece. I've got, if you know the game Okami, I'm making Shiranui. Catch you later. What is it made out of? Polymer clay and fake fur. This is cotton. All right. So I'm going to leave this to dry overnight. And I have done a bald eagle griffin, if that makes sense. Is that a real cat? Do you think so? It's a little cat. No, it's polymer clay. Polymer clay and fake fur. All right, so YouTube, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll try and finish this off tomorrow. So I'll let this dry overnight and then come back and finish off the scales tomorrow. YouTube, I'll catch you later.